Shalom, Israel. It's Brother Karatazar, Shield of Israel 144, back again with another quick precept. Today, quick precept is sin. Let's go to the book of First John, chapter 3, and verse 4. And it reads, "Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." Right here, this is the definition of sin according to the Bible. And it says sin is the transgression of the law, just breaking the laws that the Most High God of Israel gave the children of Israel, right? So we are supposed to keep the laws of God if you don't want to sin, because if you sin, you're breaking the law. Let's go to see what Christ said, right, about the law. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. And this is Christ. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17, and it reads, "Think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Verse 18, "For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled." Verse 19, "Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven." So this is Christ explaining to you that the law's not done away unless heaven and earth have passed, and you should be keeping these laws, statute, commandments, because if you teach men not to keep the law, statute, commandments, you'll be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But if you teach man to keep the law, statute, commandments, you will be called great in the kingdom of heaven. So we establish what sin is as transgression of the law, breaking the law. Here's Christ telling you that the law is still in play to this day because heaven and earth haven't passed by. So we still have to keep the laws of God. Let's go to another book. Let's go to First Peter, right? Let's go to First Peter 2 and chapter 2, verse 21, right? Okay. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 2 and verse 21. And it reads, "For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps." Verse 22, "Who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth." Christ left us an example. Christ told you until heaven and earth pass, in no wise that the law should be done away with. I butchered that paraphrasing, but Christ said the law is still in play. Like I said, he did no sin and was no guile found in his mouth. And this is the example that Christ left us. If you want to walk in his ways, you do not transgress the law, which is sin. You do what Christ said. You walk in his ways and you keep the law, statute, commandments. The last precept. This is the book of First John, chapter 2 and verse 3, right? And it reads, this is book of First John, chapter 2 and verse 3. "And we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar, and the truth is not in him." So we want to know Christ, we got to keep the commandments. If you want to, he gave us example for us to follow, we have to keep the commandments. If you don't want to sin, you have to keep the commandments, because sin is the transgression of the law. Christ kept the law, and you should keep the law too. It's Brother Karatazar, Shield of Israel 144. Shalom.